from Blashyrkh, the idiot savant of comedy, often crude, always lewd, rarely rude, Smokey Daze Haze. I'm Smokey Daze Haze. Whether you get lit or don't get lit, I'm lit. You thank Phoenix for comedy, and you're not. The funniest there was, the funniest there is, the funniest there ever will be. Oh man. Misty Glaze, dogs do stanky dank. Do stanky dank. Blaze 4, Bossy Stand-Up Set 22, Lit All Wrestling, LOW, Low. Like Riddick Bow, Galata Boxing, Low Blows. Oh man. 7/11, 1996. The DQ ride in the 7th. Galata, basically, he came in to win. Bo was saying, how do you train for a bum? It was almost like a great white hype movie. He came in like 252 pounds. He's out of shape. He's getting his ass kicked. He needed the ref to help him. He was grabbing behind the head, Bo. He was rabbit punching. He was doing everything. He was throwing low blows, elbows, everything you could think of. So then, December, the same year, the 14th, 96, they get a black referee. And again, Galata comes in shape, and so does Bo. So there's no excuse. And basically in the 9th round, there's a triple combo DQ to the cup. Right after Bo hit him with like a low punch or something like that. But also, Bo was dropping his head, trying to come in. So a lot of times, Galata was just trying to hit him with that. Oh man. Militon, James, 7th Heaven, Holyfield, Bo, 2. Basically, this guy, he comes in, the 7th Heaven, Holyfield, Bo. He's a paraglider, fan guy on The Simpsons. He's the only guy that got KO'd. So he came in, he wanted to jump in the ring like Rocky because he thought it was silly. So he wanted to come in the ring, so he paraglided, but he couldn't get in because of like the cameras. So he gets hung up on the wires. Maybe if he'd landed on the top, he would have made it. So his foot sort of gets in the ring, but he doesn't get through the rope. They drag him out. There's like the Nation of Islam, there's Farrakhan, so they think something's up. They're beating him, they knock him out. He's the only one that got knocked out this time. That's the only time Bo actually ever lost to him. And Holyfield was headbutting him, hitting him cheap too. So basically then he had another thing, did like a Raiders game, Raiders Denver, but he landed outside, he got arrested, did like a soccer game. Then he did like Buckingham Palace, where he mooned him and he painted the whole bottom, green half of his body. James Miller, rest in peace, you're a great guy. You deserved a lot better. But you know what? Hear no evil. Basically tastes like chicken, Tyson Holyfield. Headbutts, low blows, bites twice. Remember this date, June 28th, 1997. So basically everyone's against Tyson. The ref, the crowd, you know, Holyfield's coming in like this, like Zidane. He's headbutting him the whole match. He keeps clinching and he keeps headbutting him in the mouth too and doing all this stuff. So basically the ref's not doing anything. I would have taken 3 or 5 points before the first fight. So Tyson actually came out of the round without his mouthpiece because he knew what he was going to do. So then when he clinches, he tries to do the headbutt, tries to headbutt Tyson again. He bites him in the ear once. Then Holyfield doesn't listen, doesn't learn his lesson. Same round, Holyfield tries the same stuff, and Tyson had to bite him again. So, you know what, Tyson, you did what he deserved that. Oh man, you know what? It's fucking pretty funny. Oh man. Alright, where did boxers go to college? Punch you, punch you, punch you. WrestleMania 15, June 28, 1999. Butterbean bought Brawl for All. Basically, they wanted Dr. Death Steve Williams to win the Brawl for All. When they didn't win, they had to basically get some even. So he got the shit kicked out of him. But hey, what can you do? I had my own taste of that. Broken Arm Mayhem, Sugar Ray Not Letted, Xmas Lawn Brawling. So I'm fighting my cousin Ray. They gave us like these cheap gloves, like for Christmas. You know, like one of those like presents. So we're on the front lawn and I'm boxing. And he must have been a southpaw. He's about 250, I'm about 150, 160 at the time. He's got me by 5, 10 years. When I went to throw a jab, he hit me right where my arm. My arm was actually broken. I didn't realize it. It was already broken anyway, so it's rough. And I ended up hitting him with the right, and I tried to hit him with the back fist. I staggered him a little bit, but I couldn't knock him out. He hit me with a good punch too, but man, that was basically me. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to box. Toughen Up for Roni. Lisa Guerrero screwjob decision reaction. So basically, he's on Toughen Up for Roni. He wins the fight. But before like the thing, Lisa Guerrero interviews him. He's like, that's okay, baby. I see you checking me out. We'll get together after the fight. Don't worry. Sounds like pretty good. You know what? What's the difference between a plumber and a boxer? The plumber fixes brain damage while the boxer has brain damage or causes brain damage. Getting snookered, Piper's Pit, coconut to the noggin, rowdy brawler. Basically, again, June 1984, they had a segment on Piper's Pit. He was supposed to hit Jimmy Snooker with the coconut that was gimmick. He hit him with the real coconut. So hey, maybe that's why Jimmy Snooker did what he did. But anyways, falling down Mankind, Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, teeth in Foley's nose. And remember, again, June 28th, this time 1998. So basically, he slams him on the top of the cage. The cage isn't supposed to break. He falls to the ring. People think he's dead for real. Now they take him away. They take him away on like a stretcher. His teeth literally went into his nose. So they carried him out. He gets off the stretcher. He continues the match. It was crazy. Falling down another way. Fall Brawl, Shockmaster, War Games debut, Natural Disaster, Tugboat Typhoon. This time it's August 1893. So basically it's like Flair for the Gold. They have this little show. And Sid Vicious and this guy. So he comes out and he has a bedazzled stormtrooper thing with all this glitter. You can't see out of it, which I can relate to because this thing fires up, can't see. And he's got to come through a wall. Comes through the wall, his helmet falls off. He picks it up, he looks silly as it is. There's glitter all over the place. Ole Anderson starts laughing. He goes, ha ha ha. And he's like, Sid Vicious, you rule the world. You think you rule the world. You ruled the world for long enough. It's like so funny. I mean, Sid Vicious, like, everyone's laughing, but Sid Vicious tried to save it. Again, Sid Vicious, break a leg. Sid Vicious, Big Papa Snap phone. WWF would buy WCW a month after this, and this was, I think it was January 14th, 2002. So somebody got the bright idea that big men should try to work like little men. So Sid Vicious jumps off the second rope, lands on his leg to give a big boot, the Big Papa pump. His leg snaps, his bone shoots out, and he never really wrestled again. So, hey, I guess they got what they wanted, right? One for the thumb. Messiah sticking Lizzie Borden. Rob Black sends 2 blacks to cut off his prick. I think this was August 1st, 2002. So basically, he was sticking Lizzie Borden. He's having an affair with the wife. He was this wrestler Messiah. So, you know, when you stick your finger in a dike, sometimes you get the finger, you lose your finger. So they came there and cut off his prick. He fights with them. He actually let them cut off his finger, actually. But hey, you know what? He never got his finger back. But everyone knows him. Everyone will know who he is. Jack Giant Box, sold out, flop. January 24th, 1998, my birthday. And basically, Kevin Nash tried to pick up the Giant, and he was too heavy. So he just drops him, and the Giant somehow survived that. Then another time, Rey Mysterio torpedoed him into the trailer, and people thought it was real, so they actually called the police. So like, someone's been attacked. Oh my God, you got to get here, because he threw him in the trailer. It looked so real, they thought it was real. And now a real incident, the mass transit incident. New Jack gives color, bleeding, beaten, battered. And this is the real November to remember. November 23rd, 96. So this guy got the idea that New Jack was going to give him color, get some attitude. Basically, he was there with these 2 black midgets, and he was underage. It was a sort of gimmick thing. So when New Jack gigs him, he doesn't just gig him, but he also starts hitting him with the chair. He jumps off the top rope. It's like really a debacle. But he got out. You know what? Falls from grace. Vic Grimes grabs New Jack. He gets brain damage, and you know, basically, this is the Danbury Fall. The first one was March 12, 2000, and then they had a rematch in 2002 in XPW when he's on the scaffold. So the first match was ECW. They're supposed to do a spot. Grimes gets scared. He grabs New Jack, leaves New Jack falling, causing brain damage. So then in XPW, New Jack wasn't going to take a hunch on him doing it wrong again this time. So he hits him with the stun gun, and he throws him, and he just misses the table. It's almost like Owen Hart when he fell, and he hit his head and died. But he just missed. He hits like 2 tables, and hits his foot on the ring, and somehow he survived. I don't know how he did. But you know what? He's a real religious person now. So, I mean, maybe that's why. Then, Afraid of Mankind, Cactus Jack, Chair Shots, Wiki Rep Rap, National Coliseum. This is probably 94. I was doing a comic card show, and I was too scared. I'm like setting up. I see him. He's got like this big hunchback. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to screw around with him, man. You know, Muse looking at me. Nitro Eddie Guerrero on ropes. This is